Hey guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for technically the last issue of Gail Simone's run for Batgirl, and that's Batgirl Futures End issue 1. And before I start talking about Batgirl, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 64, and that's a show I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are those exclusive comics. There's a lot, so bear with me. Imperial issue 2, Archer and Armstrong issue 24, Grim Fairy Tales issue 102. Goddess Inc. issue 2, Batman Eternal issue 23, Captain Marvel issue 7, Avengers Undercover issue 10, Justice League United issue 1, Futures End, Smallville Chaos issue 2, Fantastic Four issue 10, Morning Glories issue 40, Birds of Prey issue 1, Futures End, and also I have an in-depth review for that on Comic Frontline if you want to check that out, and Futures End issue 19. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 64, which will be annotated. But let's talk about Batgirl issue 1, Futures End. So I did get the 3D cover for this, so this is the regular cover. You got Mr. Freeze, Penguin, and Batgirl, and then Bane Batgirl, and all the other I'm going to try to get this right, and all the other Batgirls there. So that's the 3D cover. Really cool. So yeah, love that cover, and I was really looking forward to this, even though I was like a little scared. I'm like, Bane is, Barbara's at Bane, how's this gonna work? And this is also the last issue for Gail Simone, even though last issue technically was more of the last issue because that was like the last of her story arc. This is the last one shot, and then we have the new creative team, which I'm very worried about, but we'll have to see what goes on with that. But let's talk about Batgirl. So with this issue, we get to see a story 2 years before the 5-year gap, or the 5-year future and Futures End. Barbara Gordon, she gets married to this regular police officer. We don't know what happened to Commissioner Gordon. Either he's in jail or he died. We don't know, but he's not at the wedding. And stuff is going on with Dick and Batman, so they're not at the wedding either. But guess who does make an appearance? James Gordon Jr. And James Gordon Jr. says, hey, sorry to ruin your parade, sorry to ruin your wedding, but I want your husband to jump or else I'm gonna kill you, Barbara. And since the husband was so loyal and a strong, I want to get the real wording, it was a strong and kind man, he does it. He jumps off the building and Barbara kicks James Gordon Jr.'s ass and like breaks ribs. She gets pissed off and her husband dies. So what does she do from there? What does she do? She's still Batgirl, but she goes on a journey to go undercover, to be people's henchmen and break people from the inside. And the last person she goes to is Bane. And Bane teaches her to be strong. And that was the last person she went to, but she didn't destroy Bane as the other people. She walks away and she becomes this monster. She becomes a Bane herself. And now, current 5-year gap Futures End, we get to see 3 Batgirls. One that is a new character. She's the smart one. She's 12 years old. Stephanie Brown and Cassandra Cain. And they're all working together as Batgirl. And we have Bane, Barbara Gordon as their leader. So she's helping these Batgirls out. And now she has to go up against Bane again. And Bane's like, you know why you never killed me? You know why we're here? It's because you wanted to break your back and go back to the place before your husband died. And Batgirl says no. And Barbara's like, no, that's not the reason I did that. And she doesn't kill Bane, but she does hurt him. And he's going to end up going to jail. And she says, I didn't even use the Bane serum. I made myself this way by myself. And that was kind of a shocker to me. And she's like, Batgirl's always going to be here. Even if I'm not Batgirl, Batgirl's always here, and we get to see all 3 of those Batgirls hugging Barbara Gordon there. Man, as a Batgirl fan for years, I've been a Batgirl fan for years, a Barbara Gordon fan, a Stephanie Brown fan, less of a Cassandra Cain fan, but I had the respect for Cassandra. This blew my mind, not just as the end of Gail Simone's run to Barbara Gordon, but I guess the end of her run to Batgirl in general, because this just showed a great goodbye to the legacy of Batgirl. Because we get to see these 3 characters, Stephanie Brown, which I love her as Batgirl. She's one of my favorite characters of all time. And Cassandra Cain, seeing her back. I know a lot of people must love that. And then this other girl who, she's a new character, but all 3 of them have the key of who Barbara is. And all 3 of them make Barbara Gordon in a way. Stephanie Brown being the fun person who has that bravery, who Barbara was when she started Batgirl. Cassandra Cain being that lethal assassin type character who's great at fighting. Barbara kind of is that character. And then the smart 12-year-old genius. Barbara's kind of that character, and you see all of these three characters come together to form one Batgirl and really form one Barbara Gordon. And I thought that was just really great. And just, again, pay homage to past Batgirls in the pre-New 52. Barbara Gordon, Barbara Gordon, Cassandra Cain, Stephanie Brown. It's great to see that, and I think Gail Simone did that beautifully here, and I love that. It also goes into Barbara's character in general, how strong of a character she is, how smart. She breaks people, breaks the villains from the inside out, and she became that strong because of the dedication she had, not because of the Bane serum. And it goes back to her being in the wheelchair. Did she want it? She actually questioned when Bane said that. It kind of ripped her and says, did I actually want to die? Or did I want to be paralyzed again? To go back to that. And she's like, no, I actually don't. And I thought that was such a strong thing to her character. So I just thought they went back to a lot of notions of who Barbara Gordon is, even who Bane is, why he's such a cool villain, because he has that strength, but he also psychologically gets into people's minds and brings them down, and you see that a lot here. So, yeah, I think Gail Simone just hit every note with this issue. It was a beautiful issue. I loved it. I loved who Barbara ended up with, who was a police officer, a redhead. I thought that was great. Everything about this issue was wonderful. I loved it. 5 stars for me. Pick of the week. Even though there are so many great books. Even my top 5 doesn't show all the great books that came out this week. Batgirl, I didn't have to question it. This was the best issue I've read in such a long time, and also just the best issue I've read this week out of 22 comics. This is such an easy pick of the week. Loved it. As a Batgirl fan, you have to pick this up. Such a great issue. 5 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Definitely pick that up. That's my pick of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and around situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also in the description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter, if you want to check that out. And also like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.